I think one of the errors in the Biden administration's approach, but it's an error in U.S. foreign policy overall in the Middle East, is not putting enough focus on the millions of people who simply want to have security in their lives, who simply want to have a decent job and some food for their kids and decent education. And that focus, the lens, is often so far away from ordinary people in the region for U.S. foreign policy. And I think it's harder for U.S. policymakers to step out of the bubbles of elite diplomacy and military cooperation meetings to remember those people. And I think that's a key ingredient to helping the Middle East become more stable and prosperous. I think the Biden administration has found itself in a very reactive crisis management situation with its policy in the Middle East. It came into office not prioritizing the region relative to other challenges the United States faced, both at home and in the world, with China and with Russia's invasion of Ukraine. But since October 7th, it stepped up its engagement to try to advance a number of different objectives, including helping Israel's self-defense and defeat the threat posed by Hamas as a security threat, trying to release the hostages, preventing a regional war, and also trying to enhance civilian protections for Palestinians in Gaza, as well as humanitarian aid. On all of these fronts, the Biden team has not met the goals that it set itself. The Biden team is not where I think it hoped it would have been 6 months into this war. It's achieved some progress on a few of those measures, including Israel's self-defense, trying to help eliminate the security threat of Hamas. But it's nowhere close to what I think needs to be done in protecting civilians in Gaza and getting humanitarian aid in. And it's nowhere close to the aspirations it had before October 7th in advancing Israel-Saudi normalization accord and promoting greater regional integration. Saying a lot of the same things previous administrations have talked about in terms of the long-term vision. They've restated the U.S. goal of a two-state solution that would lead to the creation of a state of Palestine. But there's really a lack of a clear plan to how to get from where we are right now, which is still an active combat situation and a war between Israel and Hamas, to the bridge that needs to be built to some sort of temporary ceasefire, and then from there, a longer term ceasefire where the parties feel secure and start talking about what are the pieces of governance, the pieces of economic reconstruction and the physical reconstruction